All right, what's going on, guys? Here today with Rakesh Lakhani on his photo shoot day. He's done so well. He's 55 pounds down and looks like a changed man. But Rakesh, take us to the beginning. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your backstory, work life, family life.
Yeah, sure. So I grew up in London, actually, and
Croydon, right?
in Croydon. That's right.
It, yeah.
And so I'm an optometrist based out of Atlanta. I have a wonderful wife and a 2-year-old son, and that's really what kicked off this KMAC journey. Was I wasn't liking the way I was looking before my son was here, and then after he came, the pounds started packing on, and then I just didn't like what was going on with myself in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And so a couple friends that had done the program, and I'd started seeing the social media posts, and I was like, oh wow, these guys are, really doing something for our community. So I thought, let me at least do a consult, and the rest is history from there.
No, absolutely. And I imagine, obviously, you found yourself in a position after your son was born that maybe health started to take a dip. Can you talk us about that specific trigger point that you had?
Yeah, it was just a few months after his birth that we went to the pool. And when you're taking off your shirt and you're getting in your swimsuit, and you just kind of feel that all eyes are on you. And that was a little bit of a scary moment for me, because I just didn't like the way I felt in my own skin, and I felt like maybe I was being judged at the pool, even though maybe no one was.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that was probably one of the triggering points that I need to do something about this. And thankfully KMAC was there at the right time.
No, I know. There's sometimes these insecurities that we do have that come out maybe when we're on holiday, on vacation, we have our top off, but it's a good thing to acknowledge it and then take that step to book in that consultation call, right?
Right, exactly. And the consultation call was really laid back, real easy. You just discuss your goals and your wants for the program, and then you start moving forward from there. And it was really a simple process.
That's great. Give me a second, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us, why did you choose KMAC Fitness, and were there any hesitations before joining?
Yeah, so I chose KMAC Fitness because I had seen the social media posts.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was geared towards the South Asian kind of professional community. So I was like, okay, these guys understand our culture, our backstories, our foods and needs and wants. And once I'd seen some of the before and afters of different age groups, I was like, oh my gosh, these guys are really know what they're doing. So I thought, at least a free consult will never hurt.
Yeah.
And I was hooked once the consult was over.
No, it's good. And it's important to know that we can get results, not sacrificing, things with your family, your traditional foods, so on and so forth. There is always a way to make it work, right?
Right. And that was one of the hesitation points was, well, are they going to severely restrict all foods, or is it going to be just burn yourself out at the gym nonstop? But thankfully the program is not like that. And they actually take into account what you can and cannot eat and what your actual limitations are at the gym or not, and they cater the program around that. So that was one of the biggest obstacles that was overcome pretty quickly, that there's quite a bit of flexibility for any dietary restriction or gym restriction that you may have, or injuries or what such. So
no, absolutely.
That was really a nice point to have.
Absolutely. We always try to tailor it to the clients, right? What impact, outside of physically, has the journey had on you and those people around you?
It has. Biggest thing was it showed me how to look at food in a different manner. Mm-hmm. I was not thinking about high protein sources before. I wasn't reading labels properly to make sure I was getting a cleaner ingredient if I could. Yeah. And so that has been a great change point of view. And then also it helps with my own family, where my wife can also partake in being as healthy as possible with her food choices and things like that, and setting a good example for my son.
And I think it's all about that, right? The impact that you can have on your son now,
Right.
and give him the upbringing that a lot of us South Asians don't have.
That's correct. You know, it was it was a point that we talked about earlier, that our community didn't do a really good job of guiding us in the right direction. But thankfully, K-Mac's mission is to kind of turn that narrative around, and hopefully the next couple generations will be, you know, better off than when we had it.
Absolutely. And finally, what 3 pieces of advice would you give to someone who is considering joining the program?
3 pieces of advice. I would say, 1, don't hesitate. Embrace the community that K-Mac has. There's people in all states, multiple countries, all ages, and have fun with the program. It is flexible. It's not meant to be a complete restriction of your lifestyle or your foods. You're meant to have fun along the way, and it certainly has been fun. I was still able to do vacations. I had work trips. I moved a few times. You know, I've had a crazy year and a half. So, you know, I have a busy lifestyle just like everyone else. Family, kids. So, I mean, it's fun. You don't want to be, and don't be hesitant, you know. That's
Absolutely. So this is it, Rakesh, 55 pounds down. You look like a new man. You look so much younger. On to muscle building now.
Yeah.
We're going to put on some size, really focus on some strength. But man, so proud of you.
Thanks.
Absolutely smashed it.